What was the second wisest piece of advice that you've received that has stuck with you in your career?
Hmm. That's a great question. One of the things that sticks with me for creative advice is listen and watch people that you feel are doing better than you. Because if you try to watch and emulate and use them as a guidepost, that's how you get better. And sometimes it's humbling to watch and observe people that you can look at and say, this person's better, but you're not going to get better by just having yourself patted on the back. So it's important to surround yourself with people that make you want to be better. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's hard to find those people. Sometimes, it can be hard to look at things that are better because I think, we all have a little bit of ego, and sometimes it's humbling to look at things that are objectively better than what you're doing, whether it's writing or art. But I do think it's very important to take that time to find those people and surround yourself with a peer group that pushes you to do a better job.
Who is that for you in your life?
Hmm. Well, I'll tell you, I'll give you three names of other independent creators that I look at that are doing things like I'm doing. Mike Shea, who does Miskatonic High. I'm always in awe of the work Mike is doing. He's kind of like a mini publishing machine. Another mutual friend that I have with Mike is DW Khan, who does Lovecraft PI. DW Dave is always working to build his brand. He's always working to build his titles, and he is a worker. I'm always amazed by the work he's putting out. And a third creator is Charlie McElvey, who does his book Spider Squirrel, and it's seemingly about a dozen other projects that he's always working on. And all three of those individuals are always pushing their boundaries to do better, do more, and to build what they're doing. All three of those individuals are incredibly passionate about making their books. And I look at all three of them as guys that are doing a great job and they're really working hard. And I try to listen to all three of them. And sometimes that's asking them questions, and other times it's just listening and watching what they're doing. But all three of those guys put out great products, and they're really great people. And they're the kind of people that I tried to look at to do better because I think they're doing a great job.
Yeah, it's great to have like minded individuals who are pushing boundaries. We can always improve in some way, shape, or form in life and in our creative process. We just have to listen.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And sometimes, it's just watching guys like that. You'll notice a little tip, a little trick, something they're doing a little bit better. I actually got to meet, I'll give you one other person. I was lucky enough to meet a gentleman named Pat Shand at Happy Valley Comic
Yeah.
Con in State College. I've really been a big fan of reading Pat's thoughts on crowdfunding, and I was lucky enough to meet Pat. Literally, the guy did not disappoint. I talked to him for about 10 minutes, and he was kind enough to be very generous with his time and thoughts and gave me, without a doubt, he gave me some more amazing advice one on one that were things that I was not aware of. I made it a note as soon as I got to a pen and paper to write down his little nuggets of knowledge, because a guy like Pat, I'm sure you know who Pat is. Pat's just like a fountain of knowledge. And if you just shut up and listen to a guy like Pat, you'll do better, because that guy is one of the smartest people, I think, in the independent comic crowdfunding world. So if you're listening to this and you don't know who Pat Shand is, definitely follow him on some kind of social media. Just listen, because Pat's got a tremendous amount of knowledge. So he would be a fourth person that I kind of look at as someone to say, do better and try to be more like Pat.